What a state of play.
So much to unpick from that Death Stranding trailer.
Well, we've got a few to get through first before we get to Death Stranding.
We have?
Well, we've got to do them in order, don't we?
Do we?
It's what everyone will expect.
Will they?
Helldivers 2, a prettier yet dirtier version of Earth Defense Force, with an aesthetic that looks like Star Wars and Starship Troopers had themselves a baby.
Speaking of babies, what's going on with this one?
No, we're doing them in order, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Stellar Blade, what a woman. By day a fighter trying to save the planet, giving Bayonetta a run for her money in the fashion department and kicking the arse of big scary monsters.
And by night she'll be found pulling pints of the Queen Vic. Stella, pour us another one.
Sonic Shadow Generations. Sega has really been putting their all into their game trailers, as everything coming out of that studio looks really cool. Or perhaps I'm becoming a bit menopausal.
I don't think that.
Either way, I'm now weirdly interested in Sonic, and I think Shadow is cooler than my dad.
Speaking of cool, how cool would it be to have hands on your neck?
Yes, very cool. Stick to the order.
Yep, okay. Zenless Zone Zero. Jet Set meets cool combat like this. Foamstars. Looks fun. Dave the Diver. Coming to the PlayStation.
You can't do them like that.
Brevity though.
You're just trying to get to Death Stranding quicker. I know your game.
I'm not. Look. V Rising. For those Diablo fans disappointed with Diablo 4, this immersive vampire action RPG survival game with castle building could scratch that itch.
Better. Silent Hill, the short message. Konami, you're a funny old girl. Shocked the world by funding Kojima to release for free a first-person Silent Hill playable tease on the day of announcement. Amazing reception.
But then Konami kicked Kojima out, erased PT from existence like it never happened, making PT a very expensive demo for eBayers to shift.
So Konami run off into the golden wilderness of pachinko machines. They watch Capcom remake and re-release Resident Evil to huge success.
So Konami thinks, why not? Let's give the Silent Hill 2 remake to Bloober Team. No harm done. And why not produce 3 other Silent Hill games while we're at it? Why not? We own the IP. Let's give first person a try for the first time ever. Because remember...
And how about we release the one that's in first person for free the day that it's announced? Madness. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Speaking of Hideo Kojima, what about that spaceship coming out the baby's mouth? So Kojima.
The order of games must be respected.
Fine. Silent Hill 2 remake. Silent Hill 2 with better graphics.
Judas. BioShock changed me.
Oh, please.
It's up there with Titanfall 2.
Oh my god, just one video without mentioning Titanfall.
Anything Ken Levine wants to put out, I'm taking in.
Interesting phrasing.
We haven't seen this man since 2014, and Judas just looks interesting. The style, the characters, the writing. I want to get covered in this man's world.
I think you've got some issues to work through.
Metro, Awakening, VR. If I wasn't such a Wetty getting travel sick playing any VR game, I would very much be into playing this.
Speaking of travel, what about all those different environments you get to travel to in Death Stranding 2?
The Order.
Yep.
Legendary Tales VR RPG. And as much as I would love to have a bow in one hand, a dagger in the other, punch a skeleton in the skull, then charge my hammer from an epic lightning strike, I'm still a Wetty.
Speaking of lightning, what about the electric guitar? Now that is cooler than your dad.
It's not. Dragon's Dogma 2. RPGs are so hot right now. They're burning up the place. And Dragon's Dogma has a bunch of new game mechanics in place that makes it stand out from all the rest. Companions that learn and grow as you...
Name 3.
What?
RPGs that are so hot right now, and you can't say Baldur's Gate 3.
Legendary Tales VR RPG.
That's fine. Another...
Final Fantasy.
Which one? You can't just say Final Fantasy. There's always a Final Fantasy.
16?
You guessed that. Fine. One more.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade's not.
Stellar Blade is described as an open-world action RPG. Who are we to argue?
Well done then. Rise of Ronin. Swords, spears, and a hookshot. Pretty cool. Until Dawn Remaster. Until Dawn with better graphics. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. And finally, I can talk about Death Stranding. So, hang on, I mentioned that. The moon and the environmental damage and the pins out of the skin. What are they about?
Actually, we've gone done and run out of time.
What do you mean we have as long as we want with these things? I mean, what about Sven?
We know next to nothing about it.
But don't you want to speculate?
No, and time.
Subscribe.